when I get back, we're gonna sit down and talk about Jimmy and Nas. Get it behind an orchestra. We're gonna see about it later on and talk about who's more relevant. This is the Smoking Section TV. This is your host, Teflon Low. You know what it is, BX. It's poppin', Mo.
I keep a 980 what? For the day, one of my homies wanna swap. I'm still rolling with the lynch mob.
Man, can't tell me nothing about this coke. Can't tell me nothing about this crack, this weed, my hustle.
Yo, Mo, what's poppin'? Listen, this is Jimmy. Pepsi. You wanna know why I say that? Apparently, he's the choice of the new generation, the next generation, however the slogan goes, right? The YNs, Jimmy got an army. The YNs is Jimmy Army. Now look, you're gonna see a lot of people talking about Jimmy or Nasir. Dig this. Jim Jones made his mark. Nas made his mark. Now this is the thing about both of them. Nas is the early 90s. Nas' appeal was to the niggas that came out of drug crews or neighborhood gangs that was running shit, you know, wild cowboy type of shit.
Plus, congratulations, heard you had a son. I heard you looks like you. Why don't your lady write you? Told her she should visit, that's when she got hyper. Flip it, talk about he asked too rough. He didn't listen, he be ripping while I'm telling him stuff. I was like, yeah, your girl don't care. She a snake too, messing with the dudes from that fake crew that hate you. But yo, guess who got copped in his dog piece? Jerome's niece on the way home from Jones Beach's club. Plus, little Robbie slinging drugs on the dime. Handing out for young thugs and all carry knives. And that time it's more tripe than ever. Whatever better. Will you wear them? I got together. If so, hold the 4 pound represent to the fullest. Take it up to her, ice and bullet. I left a half 100 in the commissary. You was my dog when push came to shove. One love. That's how we get the letters. One love.
So yo, Mo, listen. He had his run as a street kid. Regardless if he was telling stories about other dudes or not. His run is his run, right? Sometimes you look at the situation a different way when you figure out a guy smarter than what he led on to be. Nas always been in the background. Nas wasn't about being influential. Nas was about feeding his people, right? This is just an honest observation. This is just like my own opinion type shit. Nas wasn't part of the streets, but he was feeding niggas that was part of the streets. So when he started to invest his money and when he started to do things that were big and impressive that everybody should have been cheering him on about, it was done covertly. It was private. He didn't do it in front of a million eyes because his eyes was his age, like they matured with him. Now look, Jim Jones, on the other hand, came out in the mid-90s, right? Running around, he Damu. Big B's, Big P's, west to the east, all that. He got all the guys that started out on the East Coast with that 031 shit behind him. And then we have kids. And our kids are wrapped up in it like Cali is wrapped up in it now. Now it's generational. It's a quagmire. Nonetheless, it's generational. So as time go on, Jimmy did build a very, very solid base. He's an independent dude. He's got age on him, so we even know about him. But he's appealing to the YNs. He's not dumbing himself down to the YNs. He's appealing to the YNs. Nothing more. He's the nigga on the block that we talked about that had the brown bag. The old timer jumping out of Benz or something, you know. He was that, you know. We don't have to really look at Jim Jones in a way where we calling him the oldest YN in human existence, even though his mannerisms, his whole profile, his whole IP is YN, but not. You got to remember the way we dress in New York. We've been dressing this way since 86, 85, like solid Timbs, Uptowns, shit like that. Court Force, Delta Force. You young niggas don't know what time it is. I'm gonna have a vlog on that shortly. Trust me. We've been looking like this. So what Jimmy did is, as you get older, you start to upgrade your shit. But he didn't upgrade it into a mature adult level because his business model wasn't in the boardroom on that level. He did all his own work, but when he went at his own pace. He was his own boss. You see all the dudes that were independent and had to grind and get beat up and beat niggas up, metaphorically and literally. They all kept their swag. Russell Simmons on down, whoever you see now, nigga throw a suit on. Obviously, nigga throw a suit on. Jimmy looked like a fly older New York nigga, as we all should. But not to get too far ahead of the subject or away from the subject, we talking about the two that we are talking about. We want to know who's better. Who do we think is better? See, this ain't a New York City thing now. Because again, Jimmy's standing on the fact that he influenced a generation. 100% without a doubt, Jimmy influenced a generation. So when you ask the YN, Jimmy or Nas, they gotta give you the, oh, come on, man. They gotta give you that. Wanna know why? Because they know who Nas is. So they gonna give Nas his respect, because if it wasn't a Nas, there would be no Jim Jones. Nas is a fly guy. Jim Jones is a fly guy. Nas went into suits, formal wear, adult attire. But this isn't something that he didn't do when he was on his Gambino shit. Silk shirts buttoned, 4 buttons down. That was they shit. Now, Jim Jones never did that. Did he do some Saatchi? Yeah, he did. You know, he did some Saatchi, but he didn't get suited up. That wasn't his desire. If you haven't noticed, the Bronx and the Harlem area is exactly the same. We're walking distance apart. That whole bullshit, the Bronx and Harlem, that's bullshit. Because when we pull up in Harlem, them niggas roll it out for us. When they pull up in the Bronx, we roll it out for them. And they know that. So let's leave that alone. The out-of-towners could deal with that. That's an out-of-town thing. You know what I'm saying? The out-of-towners don't really know. But what I will say, it's no different. So Jim Jones dressed like a Bronx, Harlem nigga. All of that, he's really from the Bronx. Yeah, we claim him. Yeah, he really from Harlem. Yeah, they claim him. That's that. That's just how it go. It's like Webster and Soundview and Castle Hill. We're family. We're related. Shout out to the Blazers. Back to the subject, Mo. Look, nobody can compare influence with these guys. That question would be like, on what level? Who's more popular how? But we can't base it on influence because both had their time to be very influential. I mean, who disagrees with that? Nas matured in a different way, and he was never one of them guys who flashed. When you seen him, it was almost like seeing a ray of light from what I heard. This is a metaphor. Like, it was just like seeing greatness. Now, Jim Jones, when you seen him, he had a glow too. He has a glow as well. Let's put it that way. But he in the gutter, like in and out, in and out, in and out. All of them, Dipset, Bird Gang, Purple City. It was a real thing. They was just outside. Copeland's was popping. Copeland's was popping. I kid you not. Either you was getting food or you was getting robbed. No ifs, ands, or what's about it. So now, being that we all see that they both had heavy influence for different reasons. At this point in time, 2025, we were trying to figure out, since Jim did state this, Nas can't fuck with him. The way he rap now, Nas can't fuck with him. That's a hard statement to make, because Nas has been compared to the likes of Rakim, Gucci Rap, Ice Cube. I could go on, man. Not necessarily compared to 3000, but compared in the same category. They sit at the same seat with 3000, like all of the spitters. All of the spitters. Yellow Wolf and them too. Them niggas is spitters, and white boys is spitters. So he come up. Jim Jones come up in a different conversation. Jim Jones' conversation is, oh shit, Jimmy said that? Oh shit, Jim Jones made that? Oh shit, this is my shit. This is Jim Jones and Mano? This is what Jim Jones is doing. But he's been doing it, I believe. I don't have an accurate count. I just love hip hop and I'm taking a random guess. Don't quote me on the time. But he's been doing it for a good 15 on his own. So we not saying that Nas fell off. We said Nas went dark.
You understand the words I'm giving you? I know all that nonsense.
Let's go do it again.
You know what, baby? I changed your thought.
Jimmy is a Bronx / Harlem. You're gonna see Jimmy. That's the Harlem in him. You're gonna see Jimmy. His fight. That's the Bronx in him. Kendrick said it. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. This is what he's doing. This is a Bronx thing. The Bronx was and is extremely dangerous. Period. Yeah, you can come out there and live and chill and enjoy yourself and have a ball. But when it's up, stuck like a duck. Hit a killer, be a killer, hack back. It's serious out there. So when Jimmy got pushed in the corner now twice by his team, I wouldn't take no shorts from nobody. I'm going to say what I say. I'm going to feel what I feel. I'm Ronin right now. I'm straight Ronin. AWOL. You know what I'm saying? Renegade. That's a natural Bronx thing. That's what we do. Jimmy defending his rep and his status. The other things that's personal that he may be defending, that ain't for me to speak, and I'm not at liberty to do so, so I won't. So the big debate is this. Again, Jim Jones or Nas. We're never going to be able to answer that, because we got to let the record reflect, and then we have to let the things that we look at as hip-hop heads, rap niggas, street niggas, what do we look at as far as quality is concerned? So I'm going to tell you how I feel. Nasir is the greatest MC of that era. From start till now. No one can pick great beats all the time, but when he didn't pick great beats, pay attention to what he did. The words were more important than the beat. Jim Jones started out not even being able to rap, but he had tenacity, he had pizzazz. People wanted to see what happens with Jim Jones, win or lose. Sometimes everybody's begging for him to lose. And this was the funny thing. He was like, fuck y'all, I don't lose. Because he got people to feed. You feel me? We always say where I'm from and where I've been, all call outs is mandatory. Nas, you on the clock. Dig this. We do understand that you guys had static. This is another reason why Jimmy must have popped some shit. Because they had static already. Yeah, they squashed it. Yeah, they're men. Yeah, they're millionaires. Yeah, they're so far ahead in the world that they don't really have to give a fuck about it. But let me ask you a question. Even the young niggas. You and your man fall out. Y'all get rich. Y'all don't throw no Franks at niggas, no Nathans at each other for many, 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 many years. But all of a sudden, one of you get irked and you want to pop some shit. Who better to pop shit to and about than someone you feel you had unfinished business with? So when the question arises about who better, Jim Jones or Nas, how about you young niggas sit back, throw it on, and play it? Listen to Nas. See what it make you feel like. Pause. Then go on Jim Jones. From his early career all the way to now. You're gonna get the feeling that Nas give you in his music from the beginning. Jim Jones is gonna start to evoke those emotions in you after Summer in Miami. Salute to him. Jim Jones is my favorite elderly or old or young nigga, old nigga combo. You listen, I don't even look at it like that. Nigga got swag, nigga fresh, my nigga. What he supposed to do? get a wheelchair ready for niggas just because niggas don't like you keep up with the young niggas and all that. Come on, man, that's what life about. Staying young, physically, mentally, spiritually, socially. Only thing we don't want young is the pockets. So look, when it comes to that new debate that will be the age-old debate, it's up to you to decide. You know who I am. This is the Smoking Section TV. Be safe out there.
Everybody get your hands up to the sky. Get the hands up, side to side. Sound like this. Like, I wonder, will it take me under? We don't give a whoa. Imagine smoking weed in the streets. Imagine throwing a court with no try. Lifestyle, cruising through Bahama waters. No real fear supporters. Conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, some got knocked. Evidently, what's up over here? Yeah. Truth without a safe on plate. Knowledge. The couples good without the garbage. We all have the top dollar. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, design the clothes. Lacing their clip without a rose. People hope to know, no parole. Imagine long in the weather colors. Just a thought for the mind. Everybody out here, help me out one time. Imagine that. In the back, come on. You know I love you, I love you. Could it be that we could be mine, we'd all still living for the day, any slash. Have a nice life relaxing. I'm on the exchange, the raise cash, lost some some man, real man's bread, guard the craft that we the building houses for the crew, how we do, we for breakfast, down sexes, kid stretches, many years of the pressure make me vision, a better living, type of place to raise kids and open their eyes, history's closed down, I'm as wise as the old owl, plus a road chat, seeing things like I was controlled, roll, trigger six, my kicks are still, trips to pass, sympathize with the sadness, just give me one shot and a turn. Political prisoner set free. The work release, purple the breeze, feel the wind breeze and rest in peace. Let Coretta Scott bay in the city, reverse things to Willie. And sound ballad every air that air. I open every cell in Attica. Yeah, imagine that. I'm free out. You know what? I love you, I love you. Could it be that you could be mine, we'd all shine? Still living for the day. As we walk right out to the sun. Hand in hand, unity. Unified. Hey, let's rock it. Let's rock it all. As we walk. We're never there. Let's walk to the sun. Hand in hand. Oh, we walk right out to the sun. We roll hand in hand. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you for rocking out with me tonight.